Prices are down a little bit more, but inventory has also decreased slightly. The new numbers have been released, so it's time for a market update. In this video, I'm going to talk about what happened with the Durham Region real estate market in August 2024. I'll give you some real numbers and insights, and also talk about what this all means for you as a would-be buyer, seller, or a homeowner in the Durham region, which will all help you make the best decisions for you and your family. My name is Vilija Truelove. I'm a local Durham Region real estate agent, and I'd love to hear from you. If you're moving to or within the Durham region, you can set up an appointment through my calendar link, which is in the description below, or you can send me a text or an email and we can get the process started. And don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss any of my future videos. So we saw 709 sales in August. This is a decrease from the 779 sales in July. Some of this is seasonal. August tends to be a month when a lot of buyers choose to take a break, and sellers will often wait till the fall to list. But comparing it to a year ago, we are still down from the 776 sales we saw in August 2023. So things are a little slower than normal. New listings decreased quite a bit to 1,605 compared to the 2,023 homes we had come on the market in July. And looking at active listings, which is the total number of available listings on the MLS at the end of the month, we were at 2,201 compared to 2,281 in July. So we had fewer sales, but also significantly fewer new listings, which is why the inventory started to come down a little bit. Now prices, the average price in the Durham region for all home types in August was $907,997. This is a decrease of just under $8,000 from the July average of $915,636. So not a huge decrease month over month. Again, comparing this to a year ago, the average price in August 2023 was just over $930,000. So we're almost $23,000 less on average for all home types than we were sitting a year ago. Looking at specific areas in Durham, Pickering saw an increase of almost 55,000, Ajax a decrease of about 14,000, Whitby saw the greatest decrease of about 38,000, Oshawa a very slight increase of 4,700, and Clarington a decrease of about 15,000. The sale to list price ratio went down to 100% from 101, so most houses are still getting their asking price. You'll still find multiple offers with over asking sale prices, and then you'll find some that sell under asking, but on average, most are getting close to the asking price. Average listing days on market went up to 23. We were at 19 in July. Now, the MLS system that we use in Ontario allows agents to terminate a listing, so basically take it off the market if it hasn't sold, and we can relist it immediately. Whenever this happens, the old MLS number is replaced with a new MLS number, and the number of days on market starts over. So a seller might opt to do this instead of a price change, or if the property has been on the market a while and they want it to appear like a fresh listing. Property days on market, or PDOM, is what we see when we combine all of the recent listings for a property into one stat. So if a property has been listed more than once, this number takes that into account. Property days on market for August was 37. That's up from the 29 we saw in July. Months of inventory was at about 3.1. Typically, greater months of inventory means we're in a buyer's market. Lower months is a seller's market, and in between is a balanced market. Most would consider a balanced market to be between 4 and 6 months of inventory, but many are now saying that balanced is actually starting at 3 months. So this number has been slowly but steadily increasing. Sales to new listings ratio is another number that we can look at, and that divides the number of sales by the number of new listings. We were at 44.2% for August. Typically around 50% is considered a balanced market. Going lower is a buyer's market, higher is a seller's market. So this number suggests that we're in a balanced market, possibly heading towards or getting into a buyer's market. Now, this number has actually increased slightly from the July numbers since we saw fewer new listings come on the market. So what does this mean for you as a potential buyer or seller? I say it every month and I'm going to stand by it. People buy and sell every day in every type of market. First and foremost, you need to look at your situation and whether it's the right time for you to make a move. Regardless of what's happening in the market, you might have to sell because of a divorce or a job change. You might finally be financially ready to purchase and just can't stand the idea of paying $3,000 a month in rent any longer. So I'm not here to tell you it's a great time or it's a terrible time. I do wish I had a magic ball that could tell us when the market will hit bottom and start to go back up again, but unfortunately I don't. So you need to do what's right for you and your family. For buyers, this could actually be a really good time to purchase. Another rate drop was just announced this past week, which will help with those monthly payments at least a little bit. Though inventory is down slightly, there's still a lot more homes to choose from. Now, you will still come across multiple offers. I recently showed a beautiful home in Whitby that ended up with 14 offers and sold more than 200,000 over asking. So you may still come across that. And depending on what area you're looking in, if it's a very desirable neighborhood or property type, you will want to prepare yourself for that. But as I mentioned earlier, many homes are selling for around the asking price or under. You'll also find some homes that have been sitting on the market longer, a chance to try to negotiate. This is also a good time to allow for financing and inspection conditions, and also could allow you to really think about your purchase and maybe not have to compromise as much when it comes to things like electric heat or being on a busy street. You still want to make sure to get your full mortgage pre-approval before you start looking at homes to make sure that there are no surprises after the fact. But with prices mostly holding or going down a little bit, it could end up being an easier process for you. For sellers, it's a little tougher out there. You'll want to meet with your agent to discuss the specifics of your neighborhood and home to see if it makes sense to list now or to wait a little bit. Remember that if you're selling and buying, that you're likely to have an easier time buying, but you might have a bit of a harder time selling. So you'll need to decide if it makes sense and if you end off more ahead at the end of it. It will be different for everyone. If now is the time to sell, preparation, proper pricing, and marketing are key. You want your home to show its best. Freshly painted, small updates complete, staged to show in its best light. For pricing, many sellers are choosing to price at market value rather than underpricing. That will be different for every neighborhood though, so you really want to look carefully at what's happening around you and make sure that the home is marketed online with amazing pictures and a fantastic video to really showcase your neighborhood and your home. And remember, the days on market is a little higher, so have some patience as well. Though some properties are still selling really quickly, it's now normal to possibly take a few weeks to sell. If you have questions about your specific situation, whether you're ready to buy or sell, or you want help deciding whether it makes sense for you to do this move right now, then reach out by text or email or set an appointment at my calendar link below. I'm always here to help. Thanks so much for watching.